Hi, this is Giancarlo, and I'm going to walk you through my chat assignment for homework 3, I believe, for distributed systems. So first thing I do for my chat server code is I import socket select sys threading and time. A couple of those I don't end up using, but it's good to have just in case. So for my server thread for the main function, I created a daemon at first that it's pretty much the background thread that runs independently from the code. After that, I set up my socket, which creates everything that for the socket to listen to. I start my run of the thread while the sockets are being read in from the select input method. So for the whole run method, it runs the thread. So all the sockets are sitting and listening, and I use select to wait for those sockets to read from. And if for the if statement inside the for loop, if the connection list isn't recognized, it adds it to the connection list to later decode and read from. Later here for the try in the if statement, it sends out message to all clients if it receives a message, and if it doesn't, and the client disconnects, it will print out like close or the person is offline, and then it will close the remaining sockets, and it'll also print disconnected. I also have a sleep timer here, so it'll shut down itself, and that was just, it allowed me to get points and it collect more data to wait for the time. My chat client, on the other hand, is a little bit shorter and a little bit easier to read, but the client creation starts at the top. I also asked for the input right away, so I don't actually have a prompt that says like please insert your name here. I just know because it's my chat client. The first thing I do once I start a new client is it's waiting for me to input a name, and that's going to be the username that's eventually going to be used to interact between the two clients. I then connect to the server and use the username that you eventually provide with that input statement. And if that doesn't work, I'm just unable to connect because, say, the server isn't open or I connected to the wrong port. The while loop waits to receive messages from the server, or eventually it sends the messages. If it's waiting to be read, it's waiting to read the messages to be received, but then it also sends the messages out if it doesn't receive any, and that's the else statement on the bottom. So I'm going to show you it working also here. So here's the server up and running. Then here's a name. That's me. And then here's my buddy Jack. And Jack's a nice fellow. Hey. And then it receives the message on this side. So yeah, that's my code, and it's all working nicely. Thanks.